folks, Scott Fisher here with another amazing 1980s made in Japan guitar. This time we have the Hondo 2 Professional Series. Now, I know what you're saying. If you were in the 80s, you're saying, Hondo? Those things were cheap pieces of crap plywood from Korea. And you'd be right, for the most part. They had a bad rep, so bad that if there was a band you didn't like, you'd probably be like, dude, that guy probably plays a Hondo, because that's the way we were back then. However, what we didn't know, because we did not have the internet, is that Hondo knew they had a bad reputation, and they wanted to increase their reputation. So they went to Japan and they hired the best manufacturers from Japan to produce some amazing guitars, and this happens to be one of them, their flagship model, the HD-1020. It's a copy of the Gibson Les Paul guitar, except of course this one has a bolt-on neck. You know, they had to cut some costs somewhere. It still was a pretty affordable guitar. But here's the thing, stock from the factory. Brass nut? What? Gotoh inspired tuners? What? That was nuts, man. Gold hardware, the speed knobs. Dude, we got a little switch here. It's either an out-of-phase switch or a coil split switch. I'm not sure. But here's the thing. Above all of that, awesome Japanese guitar, made in the Matsumoku factory that made all the cool Gibson copies back in the day. Above all that, this guitar, dude, has these in it. These are DiMarzio Super 2 pickups, and they came stock from the factory in the HD-1020 and a bunch of other guitars in the Professional series. You could also get the H-1020, which wouldn't have had the DiMarzios, but dude, you want the DiMarzios, because these things are pretty amazing, man. I mean, even today, that's pretty rad stuff. So, for Hondo Professional Series, which is what's gotta be, you only want the Hondo Professional Series. For the Hondo Professional Series, the Fender copies were made by Tokai. Yes, that same Tokai that makes amazing Fender copies to this day. The Gibson copies, as I said earlier, were made by Matsumoku, and that is where this was made. They also made the Univoxes and probably the Bernies and a bunch of other stuff like that, I'm sure. But anyway, that's the introduction for this radical guitar. This one's beat up. It's been through the mill, and I absolutely adore it. It's got like a wear pattern. You probably can't see it in the light, but it's extra shiny here. It's extra shiny here, where they just wore down the clear coat. And extra shiny here, and also it's even got little like rub lines from all the volume knobs. And here's the thing about old vintage guitars, right? I feel like if you get one that's been this played, I mean so played that this DiMarzio is actually worn down like the Grand Canyon, where the frickin', you know, where the pick was gonna go across it so many times. You get a guitar like this, then you know it was a player, and as long as the frets are in good shape and the neck is still in good shape, you're gonna have a hell of a guitar, would be my guess. So anyway, keep your eye out for the Hondo Professional. You can still get them for a song, and it's probably one of the best guitars I have around right now. Still in the honeymoon phase, I know, but I've literally got $1,000 guitars, and they don't play or sound as good as this frickin' Hondo from 1980. So there you go, Professional Series. Got a little video coming up where we take it into the mix and we do a little bit more with it. Check it out.